What's good, everybody? It's your brother Nubreed coming through with another live stream. Hit the like button on your way in. Hope everybody is doing well. America's in big trouble. I got a very important message. Let me start off by saying this. There is consequences for complacency. There is also consequences with being silent about real serious situations. And ladies and gentlemen, Americans are guilty of this. And those who make the rules, those who put the laws on the books, they feel as if they're abstained from the judgment because the people decide to remain silent. The people don't speak out. The people are complicit because your silence means you're complicit. Now, what's going on, Bree? What are you getting at here? I'm glad you asked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have allowed America to use and misuse all sorts of demographics of people. We watch these people build the country. We watch these people build the stock market, the economy, the infrastructure, and then we watched complicitly as they condemn those very same people. We watched them use those of the transatlantic slave trade. We watched them use those people. And when I say we, I'm talking about those other nations who are complicit. We watch the Hispanics till all the soil, produce all the farmland and agriculture in our country. And then we watch this tyrant come into office and do a mass deportation of the very same people who are tax-paying citizens, those who work the construction jobs, those who build the high-rise buildings, those who pave the roads. And we watched as America set up an app to have those very same citizens enroll in the app to self-deport for $1,000 and a Happy Meal. There's consequences for how people were treated here. I bring you to the Holy Bible when it tells you, woe to those who build a land upon blood. And those who lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a anger being kindled from the heavenly realm. Extremely upset and angry with how people are treated here in this country. Now, Joe Biden, he just got cancer up his, you know what, all throughout his prostate, stage 4. And that's nothing to joke about. You know, that's a very serious problem in this country. And, you know, Joe Biden has lived his life. You know, he's He's at that age now where, these type of things can happen, right? But I bring that up to say this. Joe Biden is responsible for bringing the Biden crime law, which incarcerated our people expeditiously and inordinately. I'm talking about people were getting football numbers for what Joe Biden put in place. But guess what? Joe Biden is going to have to meet his maker soon. Joe Biden is going to have to cross over to the other side. Joe Biden will be ejected to the spirit realm real soon. And guess what? All the things that he did here on this planet to God's people, he's going to pay for that in the belly of hell. All the things that this wicked demon did through the stroke of a pen, he's going to have to face the consequences. Everybody is going to have to face the consequences for their actions. America is in serious trouble. Oh, yeah. America is standing on its last leg, and a lot of people don't want to accept that. Here you have Beyonce. Her mother wants a divorce at 71 years old. Now, why do I bring that up? Bree, why are you bringing that up? Because that shows you the mind frame of America. Everybody think they're immortal. What does the Bible say? I sit as a harlot. I sit as a widow where no one can touch us. That's the American mentality. That's the spirit of the harlot. How on earth is this 71-year-old woman who for decades thinking that it's better for something better for her out there? That's what she said. She deserves better. The ungratefulness and entitlement. The delusion that Americans are under. Something is coming to this country. And a lot of people are not ready for it. Now, we sit up there and watch these wars take place in distant lands across the pond, right? We sat up here and we witnessed that. We witnessed homes get pillaged. We witnessed things go on in the streets, and we sat back. And we said to ourselves, man, that's messed up. But nobody really cares until it's happening at your home. Nobody really cares until it's happening on your street and on your block. Not understanding that our complacency is complicity. We're complicit. Look, all of a sudden you have a surge of people who are anti-black. They are now in support of Sean Diddy Combs. I just seen Myron Gaines supporting Diddy. Now you have this surge of anti-black creators all of a sudden in support of P. Diddy. Now, have you ever wondered why is that happening? Those who talk the most trash about black folks, those who hate black folks, why are they supporting P. Diddy? Think about this. Why are they in support of P. Diddy? Well, because the image that they want for us, melanated men, is perversion, sickness, wickedness. They work for the enemy, so they want to promote and stand behind their idea of what a foundational black American man is. And they want to push that. That's the agenda. Why? Because you dehumanize a group of people before you engage a group of people. And everybody, I want y'all to get the likes up on the video. It costs you nothing to get the likes up. Why are they complicit? Because everybody's for sale. Everybody's running around with a price tag on their ass. We sit up here and we talk about the mark of the beast. And everybody already got the barcode on their neck because they're just trying to sell themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not for sale. We're not for sale. And I want y'all to understand that right now, hold on one moment. Gotta watch these people on this road. I want you to understand right now that we are officially starting the image reclamation movement. It's official. We're not for sale. This is the image reclamation movement, and we are not for sale. Hashtag we're not for sale. And I'm gonna tell y'all, brothers and sisters, I am the co-founder of this movement, and I'm gonna be going on this movement strong. You understand? Because that's what our people need. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's your job. It's your job to gatekeep our image. I said, brothers and sisters, it's your job. It's our job to gatekeep our image. Take this personally, because we are under attack right now more than ever. Hashtag not for sale. Because you got our image corrupted because everybody's running around trying to sell themselves for filthy lucre's sake. And you know, we all are the co-founders of this movement. It belongs to all of us. We all are the co-founders. Everybody who's in support of Nubreed Global Truth, you are the co-founder of this movement, where we reclaim our image. The image reclamation movement is here. And now that this movement is on the move, America's in trouble. Why? Because of their insidious actions. Because they hid the truth for so long. And through our awakening to the manipulation and the war tactics that they waged against us psychologically, by handcrafting and molding our lab-made leadership, we now are resisting against the images that they put in front of us that have caused our people more harm than good. Now, I want y'all to understand that the powers that be don't want us to stay claim to who we are. They want to give us their images of us. Now, all of a sudden, you got all these people in support of P. Diddy. There's people being paid to wear free Diddy shirts outside of the trial. Now, why is this happening? Because they want the image of our people to be filthy, sexual deviants, freaks. That's not us at all. Now, America's going to have to pay. And when I say pay, yeah, we want our reparations. We want what we deserve. But unfortunately, the way prophecy pans out is we're going to get it back in blood. And I don't mean us physically doing anything to anyone. I mean the Most High is going to wear, the Messiah is going to wear the blood of every nation when he comes and returns and obliterates this nation and obliterates the world leaders. But that does not mean, nonetheless, we're not going to be his battle axe. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, all over the world, they're claiming that it's solar flares popping off. You see power outages happening everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, those are not solar flares. They are running tests for EMPs to strike the grid. But they're keeping you distracted with P. Diddy. And you know the irony of all that? You got everybody screaming, free this celebrity and free that, free this celebrity and free that celebrity. Interesting part is Chris Brown, he just got mentioned in the Diddy trial. Yeah. I want y'all to understand that this is all made for TV. And there's a script that's written. They're all actors. And they're all being used to keep us blinded. Ladies and gentlemen, America is about to face repercussion and consequence. The question is, why haven't they got Clive Davis? Why aren't they going after the real boogeymen? Because they created these individuals to be our image just so they can publicly destroy them. Let me make this clear. We're not for sale. We are grassroots. Right now, the movement is image reclamation. Diddy was for sale. America's for sale. This is no longer a country. Ladies and gentlemen, America is no longer a country. This is a conglomerate. But guess what? We're not for sale. We're not going to fall into being incentivized to feed into negative stereotypes that America perpetually runs on our people. They're not going to no longer convince us that we're lazy, that we're thugs, that we N-words, that we buffoons, that we caricatures. Nope, we're not for sale. And that's what they don't want to hear right now. And through the power of the Most High, this is the wave right now. Understand, America's in trouble because we're waking up, understanding what war we're really fighting. And everybody do me a favor and like the video. You got to get the likes up. Right now, the shelves are full of inflated merchandise. We're looking at the retail apocalypse. Right now, They got all these puppets on the television giving you bread and giving you circus. Ladies and gentlemen, hashtag we're not for sale. And we're also not buying in. See, we can see all their moves 10 steps in advance. So not only are we not for sale, but we also are not buying in. And they slipped up on this stream and showed how many people were really in the building before they bumped them out. So what I need everybody doing is to hit the like button. We had 900 and something people in the building. They bumped 300 out like that. You know why? Because the image reclamation movement is the new wave, and they know it. They know that once we start stating claim to who we are, and once we start making it publicly known that the people that you have raised since babies, the people that you brung in your house and raised since babies, that we now call celebrities, do not represent us. They don't represent our image, and we're not for sale. Now America's in trouble, big trouble, because the Most High God Almighty is going to start judging these people, because now we're no longer in ignorance. Now we can see the play that they're doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have to like the videos because they love to hide my material. Why? Because this talk right here is what the real revolutionaries are going to stand behind. The real children of the Most High. The real ones are going to stand behind this, and they don't want the real ones to get the message. This is your movement, brothers and sisters. And this is not a movement in which we hate celebrities. It's not that. This is a movement in which we establish what leadership is and what leadership is not. And these people that y'all chose to be our leaders are not our leaders. P. Diddy is not our leader. The tethers really want to use P. Diddy right now. That's why you see Myron Gaines and these other bozos online talking about free Diddy. Because they want those individuals to represent us. We're not having that. We're not having that. Why? Because once we reclaim our image and we let it be known that those people do not represent us, then we can show you who we really are. And they are afraid to see who we really are. They want to believe and buy into all the stereotypes that's been placed on us. We didn't invent the orgy. We did not invent the freak off. We did not invent all this insidious debauchery that you see going on. We did not invent that. We did not do the buck breaking. We're not responsible for all the sexual deviancy that you see in America. No, y'all not going to put that on us. And if Diddy is being judged for his actions, we're not going to be in support of anything he's done. Why? Because not a leaf fall from a tree without the Most High say so. If Diddy gets judged, he gets judged. We're not going for that. Diddy don't represent us. Diddy been famous since he was late teens, early 20s. Why? Because the Masons recruit these celebrities at a very early age. So was Chris Brown. Chris Brown, he's in jail right now. He got denied bail. You know, after screaming free Tory, you know, they're not able to show brotherly love. They're not able to show brotherhood. They're not able to say free this one or free that one. Why? Because they all worked for the powers that be. They all took the oaths. That's the harsh reality of it. And they all been engineered, because that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. They've been engineered to represent us, and they not us. And what we're saying with the image reclamation movement is they don't represent us. We're going to have our leaders come out grassroots. Nobody who has been signed to some major label, nobody who has been bought and sold by COINTELPRO, nobody who bears the mark of the beast because they understand to feed the beast by manipulating algorithms and things of that nature. None of those people, none of them represent us. America's in trouble. This is the beginning of the end of Babylon, because they completely destroyed remnants. Y'all get the likes up on the video. We're reclaiming our image, and we're not going to let any raccoons, we're not letting any tethers, we're not letting any turncoats sully what we're building. We're not allowing anybody to regurgitate and steal our talking points. Listen, let me make this very clear. Let me make this very clear. I'm not a content creator. And what I mean by that is I'm not a contention creator, because that's what they do. They create contention. They're contention creators. But I will say this. I will set the record straight. I will set the record straight. So anybody who tries to stop the movement, anybody who steals from us, anybody who takes our intellectual properties, anybody who misrepresents, better believe, hear this declaration and hear this decree today. You will be incinerated. You will get hit with a barrage of verbal sporns from real ones who understand that we're tired of being represented by the wrong people. We're tired of being represented by people who don't speak for us. We seen where that got us in America. And we are well within our rights to have some exclusivity to our image. And we're not going to let you people who running around ready to sell your souls with a price tag on your ass. We're not going to let y'all corrupt what we talking about. And we know America's in trouble right now. Why? Because the children of the light are awakened. Here you have it in this country right now that they're using crowdfunding to fund race wars. And y'all don't think America in trouble? Shiloh Hendricks cusses out a 5-year-old black autistic child. Now, do you hear how preposterous this is? She calls a 5-year-old autistic black child an N-word. And she manages to almost fund $1 million. And you don't think there's a war going on. America's in trouble. You don't think that a real race war is on the brink? A real one. What do you think that money is going to? Small racist groups. What do you think they're getting? Perhaps weapons. Perhaps more campaigns to fuel more hate and racism. And meanwhile, everybody want to be divided. Oh, America's in trouble. And we're not going to let those people who are chosen aside. We're not going to let those who are running around screaming they got black fatigue. We're not going to let them pose as one of us. It's not going to happen. We're not allowing that. Imagine you got people screaming they got black fatigue. They tired of us. Well, maybe our people are tired of the last 500 years of captivity. They tired of our women being loud in public. They're tired of brothers arguing in the streets, fussing in the streets. They tired of us being loud, obnoxious. Well, I think it's safe to say we're tired of systematic racism. I think it's safe to say that we're tired of 500 years of slavery, including Jim Crow and everything else. But you don't hear us complaining about that, right? Meanwhile, you got these people using the worst of our people. The worst. They'll use World Star Hip Hop, all these various sites to do what? Demonize our image. Why? Because they about ready to destroy us. They said they got black fatigue. Everybody agree. Black fatigue. So those people are the problem. Get rid of them. No, we're not finna walk off the face of this planet. America's in trouble. What goes around comes around. America's about to face the consequences and repercussions for their actions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, support the broadcast by liking the video. Y'all see what they do in my chats? Why? Because realists are here. All my people in the chat, if you rocking out with the platform, let me see you put hashtag not for sale. Hashtag we are not for sale. We are not, listen, we are not playing the games that these tethers and raccoons are playing. We're not playing the game that these turncoats are playing. We're not going to be used to oppress our own people. And we're going to establish that those people that they chose, the people they rose up, the people they designed, like Dr. Dre designed 50 Cent. Y'all remember the video, You Can Find Me in the Club? Y'all remember at the beginning, he created that man in a lab, wrote on the chart what he would represent, and now everybody want to get rich or die trying. They all have an agenda. They all have an agenda, and their stories are not real. The truth is, a lot of these celebrities have a script, and they haven't really been through what we've been through, nowhere near close to what we've really been through in real life. They were given a storyline. See, the reason why we're in the predicament that we're in at the bottom is because everybody want to sell themselves. Everybody's for sale. Everybody got a price tag on their ass. Everybody got a barcode on them. But then we want to talk about the mark of the beast. All religious folks want to talk about the mark of the beast. Well, guess what? The mark of the beast is here already. A lot of people already bear his image because they're willing to do whatever it takes to survive in his system, even if that means they humiliate him. They're willing to do it. It means you already bear the mark of the beast, worship his image, because you fade up living in a world where you have to actually be righteous, where you have to actually build for yourself. Nah, America's in trouble because people are too comfortable. Y'all remember what they said in Leave the World Behind? The white guy said, look, I'm not even a man without my phone. I ain't a man without my phone. He said, I don't know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is, if any of us were to be placed in a wilderness right now, We would have the same amount of information as a 9-year-old child. A 9-year-old child and a full-grown 30, 40, 50-year-old man will have the same knowledge as a 9-year-old child. And you telling me they haven't detached us from our roots? We're not even in tune with nature no more. You telling me they haven't completely plugged us in the matrix when we wouldn't know the first steps of surviving out in the wilderness? Nope. See, eventually in this movement, you're going to learn what's really important. When you start looking at this from the outside looking in, you're going to learn what's really important and not keep falling for the entertainers and the contention creators who just trying to make a damn dollar, not even caring what the hell come out of their damn mouths, as long as it gets attention. There's a reason why they put a Charleston White out there. There's a reason why they pick certain characters to represent us. Y'all see what they doing in the chat? Hundreds come in, they knock hundreds out. That's right, we're not for sale. Yeah, they doing it for the love of entertainment. That's right. I want everybody to put a 1 in the chat if the video is streaming seamlessly, because maybe people are getting bumped out because the connection is not good. I don't know, because on my end everything looks copacetic, but y'all gotta let me know that this has been a clear broadcast. Y'all can hear and see me, because y'all see it'll be 1,000 people and then they'll knock 400 out at a time. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. But you see that going on over here because I'm speaking a language that the so-called powers that be understand. They know I'm well within my rights to speak it, and they understand how powerful my words are right now. Somebody said they got bumped out twice. Y'all see that? Yeah, that's very demonic. So somebody said it is blurry, but it's good. So I'm going to get to a place. Once it's in very clear, I'm going to get to a place and I'm going to park for a moment. Because what it looks like is there's certain areas, because I live in the country. So there's certain areas that are probably bad service areas. But we do have to get the likes over 1,000. But let me say this. America's in trouble. Oh, they got some hell to pay. Somebody said one good connection. I think YouTube is knocking people out once they sign in. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Anytime you see 400 people just drop like that, something's wrong with that. But we're not going to harp over that, because what they're trying to do is break the spirit of the message. And at the end of the day, the message, the words I say, whether it's 5, 10, 15 people watching, brothers and sisters, this is ordained by the Heavenly Father. This movement is ordained by the Most High. And what y'all got to understand is this movement is your movement. All my educated, scholarly brothers and sisters, you have to fight and gatekeep for your image. When somebody's talking crazy and they acting like that's us, that represents us, or this represents us, something that you know, hold on now, that don't sound right, you gotta gatekeep. So I think I'm picking up in a better service area, because I see them letting people back in slowly. Oh, we gonna figure it out. America has dropped nukes on people. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they dropped the nuke. And you think that there ain't going to be consequences and repercussions? Look, Americans, y'all better get y'all heads out y'all ass. Y'all better get y'all heads out the sand. We cannot continue to thrive and succeed off of the backs of other people and believe that our civil liberties and luxuries are going to stay here. No. God is going to, listen, God is going to remove the infidels from the land. Now, what I mean by that is there's going to be a purging. The Most High going to start destroying these damn heathens. But people think it's a game. People think it's a game. America got some things coming to it, y'all. Wake up from the strong delusion. That's right, I see y'all. Not for sale. Hashtag we're not for sale. A lot of these people that you see on social media, they might as well have a for sale sign wrapped around their neck. Every time they stream live, they might as well put on a for sale sign. Because they just want to get to the bag. And there ain't nothing wrong with making a living for yourself. But they would do it at all costs. They will compromise their integrity. How many celebrities do we gotta watch destroyed? How many celebrities do we gotta watch incarcerated? How many celebrities do we gotta watch die in the most strange, absurd ways? How many celebrities gotta die in bathtubs and overdoses? All these mysterious deaths. How many times do we gotta see it to show that you cannot work for those people and think that, you know, your outcome is going to be righteous? After they're done using you, they're going to destroy you. Why? Because they seen how much influence you had. And if you're going to turn on your own people and allow these damn people to use you, then damn sure they can't trust you either. They can't trust you either. Somebody said America got a choker sack full of disasters coming to it. Greed, no questions asked. Right. But people think it's sweet until you start seeing the purge happen. Oh, the purge is happening. People think it's all fun and games until somebody get hurt. Until it's showing up on your doorstep. Until it's on your street, on your block. All this racial tension is being built for a reason. Everybody talking about what's going on with celebrities, right? But I want y'all to hear me and hear me clearly. Right now, the Pope, the new Pope, the first American Pope, just declared a one world religion, bringing all the churches together, fulfilling prophecy. And when all the religions come together, that's Satanism. They all gonna find out that they're worshiping the light bearer, Lucifer. That's happening right now. The Pope is doing a call to bring all the world religions together. Meanwhile, we talking about what's going on with Diddy. It's really things happening in the world. Yeah, somebody said that Joe Biden got prostate cancer. Yeah, I seen that. That's right. It's official. The image reclamation movement is on. And we're not for sale. We're not for sale. The way they were able to really indoctrinate our people to fulfill the perpetual stereotypes was it was simply because people wanted to sell themselves. They sold themselves. We're not doing that. And now America got to get judged, because the righteous are waking up, understanding that, all right, we get the game that they're playing now. It took a minute. Yeah, it took a minute. It took a minute to realize the game that was going on. It really did. It took a minute. We seen that the Illuminati rappers were getting in trouble. The producers and the guys that they made and grandized as leaders for years, we seen that they were falling, and we were trying to figure out what's going on. It's like, okay, is Hollywood about to fall? No, they playing one big game with us. Those people were designed to fall because it's psychological warfare when the people that we look at as leaders get destroyed. Let's get the likes up over 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. But come to find out, it's all scripted. It's going to be a lot of hardship in this country, and I don't think people are really ready for it. There's going to come a time in this country where your morals and your integrity is what's going to hold you together. But since everybody has been trained to be crabs, everybody has trained to inherit the dog-eat-dog philosophy. Everybody have become, pretty much grifters. Nobody stands on anything. Nobody really has principles these days. Those very same people aren't going to make it. It's going to come a time where billionaires are going to have to learn from those who are in the streets homeless, because it's going to all fall down. The house of cards is falling. And as long as we are in agreement, ladies and gentlemen, ain't nothing they can do to stop us. As long as we are representing ourselves properly and not allowing anybody to represent us falsely. Because that's our biggest problem. Honestly, our problem is getting rid of the tethers and the raccoons. The turncoats. The turncoats are our biggest problem. They really are. Because those are the ones who get promoted, and they get incentivized to make characters out of us. Negative stereotypes. My example would be, everywhere that we go in the world, people look at us like a damn Diddy. Everybody look at us like a Charleston White. Like they use these people to mold the image of our people, and people really believe this stuff about us. When we are so much greater than that. We are so much greater than that. Our image is so vast. I mean, our people can rock out and swag out anything. Our people's image is so different. It's so different, right? Because I want to hone in on that word image for a minute. When I talk about an image, I'm not just talking about something that's vain. Our image includes our culture, how we're viewed, how we're seen. A powerful movie that used to come on. Love this movie. It's called Drop Squad. Y'all know my track on Nubreed Universal. Drop Squad living, I ain't never looking back. Y'all know the song. Drop Squad, that movie, it had Ving Rhames in it, a couple other notable actors. But in that movie, they were snatching up the tethers and the raccoons and they were reprogramming them. And they were showing them how the way they act on social media, they didn't have social media back then, but they had TV. They were showing them that signing with those liquor companies, signing with, you know, different sponsorships, marketing campaigns and agencies, representing our people the wrong way so the rest of the world think all these are drug addicts, all these people are drunkards, all these people are this, all these people are that, because that's what they see in the movies. That's what they see in TV. Now, here's the crazy part. All these people who screaming black fatigue, they really haven't had no first-hand interactions with black people. That's the crazy part. A lot of them are just brainwashed because they sit their ass on the internet all day and they soak in all this negativity and they believe it. Why? Because that satanic algorithm pushes that. What we're essentially saying is we're not falling for that. That game that Satan has played on the masses, that game that Satan has played, we're no longer accepting that. We're gonna call, matter of fact, we're gonna call the media out on what they're doing. When I do my deep dive, I'm gonna be called out by name. We call them out by name and say, look, those people that you hired to represent us, they don't. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a list of rules and regulations that govern us. Traits and qualities that substantiate our image. And it's going to be a lot of work, brothers and sisters. We got a lot of work to do. And I say we, not me. We. Because this is y'all's movement. Y'all the co-founders. We're all co-founders of the image reclamation movement. All right, so I see this little area is friendly to the algorithm. Okay, you see that? Let's see how long do I ride down this street before they knock people out. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm gonna probably head on to the park so we can get a stable connection. Somebody said glory, hallelujah. Right. Look, we're not falling for Satan's same old games over and over. And I'm gonna tell y'all, when y'all see people stealing my talking points, the things that we're saying, you're gonna have people who are gonna try to repeat what I'm talking about. You're gonna have people who try to repeat only to try to spin their own narratives. They're only going to repeat what I'm saying because it's powerful, because it's given by the Most High. And they're going to try to spin narratives. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta call people out on this stuff. You got to make sure that we protect our movement, because the thousands of people that's going to watch this video, it's all y'all's. It's all ours. Only people who should be repeating it is you. Only people who should be repeating anything in these videos is you, brothers and sisters, those who support me. Those who support the mission and the initiative. There's not too many grassroots movements right now. There's only a few that we can count on one hand. Grassroots movements. Everything else, they paid and hired people, bro. Why you think on YouTube right now, they're trying to get rid of the original creators who built the platform and replace them with former rappers and actors and athletes? Why? Because those people already paid for it. They can control the narrative. It's up to you, the people, to make sure they don't do that. And the way you do that is you support pioneers like myself who've been here since 2009, putting in that real truth. When it was very unpopular to speak the truth. When there was no monetization. That's right. I love when I see that hashtag not for sale. We got to spread that everywhere. Because America is about to pay for what they did to our people. The same women that y'all allowed in y'all's houses to raise your children, even breastfeed your children. Now you're gonna disrespect those same women who you trusted to raise your children because they were the mothers of the earth. They nursed your babies. Now you're gonna put Meg Thee Stallion on TV and claim that that's all black women. Now you're gonna so let me get this right. The mothers of the earth was raising your babies, and instead of showing respect for our ancestors, they gonna put Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, and Lil Kim and all of them, Nicki Minaj on TV, butt ass naked, running around, representing our women. Oh, the shirts are already coming. Not for sale. Hashtag not for sale. Because we ain't for sale. And we see the disrespect that you did our ancestors. We see how you did our women, how you misrepresented them. See, this ain't one of them content creators who just want a paycheck. I mean, I deserve to get paid for what I do, but it's deeper than that. I ain't for sale, meaning I'm not going to compromise my code of conduct. I'm not going to compromise my morality to fit in with these devils. And we're going to reclaim our image, and we're not going to let anybody disrupt that. Shout out to all my FBA brothers, because our movement truly complements the FBA's. Shout out to the FBA's, complements the movement, because guess what? You can get rid of the image assassination that goes on with our people, and you couple that with us stating claim to already being here and being predecessors of the actual land of America, then that's a body blow to the to these devils. That's a body blow to them devils. And shout out to the real Israelites who stand on business. And when I say the real Israelites, I'm talking about those who stake claim to who they are. They know who they are. They're not ashamed of who they are, but they still know how to operate in society and get it done. Actually do something. Shout out to those guys, the real Israelites who understand that we don't get the kingdom by faith alone, because faith without works is dead. Shout out to those who ain't trying to build churches, but they trying to build communities. Because if you call yourself an Israelite, you're supposed to want to be agriculture. You're supposed to want to own your own lands. You're supposed to want to bring the people together and build a nation, like the Bible said. Shout out to those type of Israelites, not a bunch of damn churches who want to go over 1,000 scriptures every day. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We built enough churches. When we gonna get our own government? When we gonna get our own resources? When we gonna have our own land? When we gonna have our own banking system? That's right, we ain't for sale. And shout out to all of the brothers, man. Shout out to the, you know what I'm saying? All of the brothers of truth. All of the sisters of truth. Let it be known, brothers and sisters, America's in trouble right now. And they better start giving up what they owe, or watch what our God does. And we making that declaration very bold. Let me talk to you, America. You racist, bigoted, prejudiced, redneck, wicked ass demonic ass people, even if you are a switch coat, a turncoat, or a tether, a rag coat, let me tell you something. You're playing a dangerous game, messing with God's people. And the Most High is going to have his way with you. It's going to be off with your heads when judgment comes. America's in trouble. And guess what? God's people going to leave this place in great substance. So you're going to either give us what you owe us and our ancestors. You're going to either give us what you owe us, or the Most High going to take it. And as much as you, and listen, as much as you try to disrupt our growth, as much as you've been a hindrance and put ceilings in front of us, we keep breaking free. So what do that tell you about us? You're playing with God's children. You're playing with the wrong ones. And all you good old boys, don't let Donald Trump go to your head. We don't want no problems. As globaltruth.com.